Okay, we had to move our equipment to the front yard. We have two cleanouts out here. We have one that will run back toward the house, toward the backyard. And we have this one that will run out toward the street. So we have this 4-inch mainline cleanout that is right next to the cart that's back toward us a little ways. They're the two 4-inch mainline cleanouts. The back one, the one that is closer to the street, runs toward the back of the house, and this one will run out toward the front of the property. It's pretty deep toward the front of the property. We're going to see where we're at and probably zero out our camera because we're at 8 feet. So we're going to zero out our camera right here at the cleanout and put our counter back. Okay, got our counter back on. Okay, now we're down into our ABS plastic. There's our other cleanout that runs back toward the house, toward the backyard. We've got a little bit of water standing in this line, quite a bit of water. We got a flat spot, we got a belly right in here. And then we they have pulled a trenchless pipe from this point. That piping is very, very thick. I can see the face of the piping right there as I just go down inside the cleanout. It's very thick piping and it's kind of jagged a little bit there. That's trenchless piping from what it looks like. We shouldn't have a joint for quite some time, more than likely. I don't know why that pipe's so jagged. It looked a whole lot thicker than normal pipe. Or, excuse me, that was a short piece, and this is where it's fused together. So it is trenchless piping. That piping is fused, that's not a coupling. So it is trenchless piping. Now we should go probably maybe 20 feet to the next joint possibly, and then you'll see another fused section. It is trenchless piping. We go to the next joint. You can see where it was reamed. That looks like they might have put a coupling in this. I don't know why. That's not fused right there. This piece is not fused. Okay, so that's because they only put a short piece on the back end of it. Now we had more vitreous clay in here, again, that they put a liner in. Right here we have roots growing up back behind the bottom of the liner at the transition from the ABS plastic to the liner. And this cannot really be cleaned that well and worse and just buckle up. It'll buckle that line up right there. So we're going to stop for a moment. We're going to locate this area and mark it out. Okay, we've marked this area at 7 foot 2 inches deep, just outside the fence where they have the columns. It's in between the wrought iron fence and the street. At 7 foot 2 inches deep, and we marked this area with an orange flag. And now it has a liner. So we're going from 4 inch, looks like it's increasing to 6 inch right here from what I can see. It may be a 6 inch vitreous clay sewer line that they installed a liner in. And this is an LA City approved liner, as you can see on it. On the top, it's got writing on it, LA City approved. Liner looks pretty good. We do have some ripples here, which is very common when you get into a turn. So we're making a turn, and now we're going down toward the city sewer. But we also have root intrusion. We have root intrusion right at the city sewer, right there in the liner. They tried to lap the saddle area with the liner, which is not approved, the city sewer with the liner. You actually have to go in from the city sewer and put what they commonly refer to as a top hat liner. It's about a 3 foot section that gets pressed in to the line, gets pressed into your sewer line from the city sewer robotically. And that is the only way that you can put a liner into this area and cover it, because more than likely they had roots growing into the saddle area. And you can't let saddle and go into the city sewer and impede the city sewer. As you can see, that big old ball of roots right off to the right, down by the 3 o'clock area to about the 5 or 6 o'clock area. So that area will also need to be cut robotically. That'll need to be cut and cleaned and hydrojetted, and then a top hat liner will need to be installed. So we're going to pull our camera back now. The rest of the liner didn't appear to be in too bad a condition. Got a little bit of wrinkle and folding in this area where the turn is, which is very difficult to make the turns without getting that. It's generally not problematic, will not cause an issue, but lapping that city sewer saddle Y will become problematic, cause an issue. The same as this area from the transition, the ABS plastic to vitreous clay line piping, that the connection was not a good solid connection, and that's why the root intrusion in there. Now we're going to pull back. And the rest of the ABS appears to be in pretty fair condition. I'm going to run back out for just a moment. I'm going to run back out and we'll take a look at that city sewer saddle connection real quick. So we have our roots here that we've marked at 7 foot 2 inches deep with an orange flag. And now we got a little bit of debris on the camera lens. We'll go into the city sewer and try and rinse it. See if we have some water. We do have a little bit of water in there. So we can rinse our camera lens. And now we're going to pull back again to our saddle. And we've left it with the liner. And you see we have the roots right off to the side of from the 3 o'clock area to the 5 o'clock area. So that area will need to be repaired. Kind of hard to see.
Is it collapsing in that corner?
Huh?
Is it collapsing?
Yeah, a little bit. It might be collapsing it too. So there's an issue right there. Okay. And we got some folding going on in the area going around the turn, which is common. I'll try and see if I can rinse this a little bit better. Hard to get that debris and that film off the camera lens once you get it on there. Okay, we got to pull back again. Okay, so we're going to pull back now. I'm going to attempt to get into the garage area. and see if we can run through the mainline cleanout in the garage area. And this will conclude our video sewer inspection from the side of the house. We're pulling back up out of our mainline cleanout. And as I said, we did have some film and debris on the camera lens we'll have to clean off. And that concludes our video sewer inspection from this side of the house.